Okay, there we go. All right. All right. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Is that time again? Let me fix this. Oh, you know what? There we go. Cool. I can see my screen. Cool. Hello, hello. All right. Okay, cool. Got that. I got Lance. Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome to another week of readings. Hello. How are you guys? Hello. 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 How are you all? Happy Tuesday. We're going to get going with some free readings. But first, since I'm here and you're here, I'll just go through the things. So hello to everyone that is watching live and on the replay. If you don't know that I do post all of my videos on my YouTube channel. So if you do receive a reading from me and somewhere along the way, you know, the Wi-Fi goes out or something happens, then you can watch all of the replay there. You can watch, you know, your part of the replay there. And so if you don't know, my name is Angelica from Infinite Love Healing. And, you know, I do a lot of things within the scope of healing, energy work, spiritual work, etc. I've been doing this work for since October 2018. And I've been doing my own internal healing work since August 2017. So I do a lot of my own work. And yeah, good afternoon. Oh, it's your birthday. Nice. I mean, not today, but that you said that day is your birthday. But yeah. So my name is Angelica from Infinite Love Healing. Like I said, if you would like a free reading from me today, October 18th, then you leave a comment with your name, and if you have a question, it can be yes or no, etc. Or if you would like general love, health, career, then you put that in there. And the only thing I don't do is pregnancy and or fertility readings. Okay. I do also do mediumship, but my mediumship, when you think of mediumship, you might think of someone like Tyler Henry or John Edwards. My mediumship skills do not come in the same way. So if I do come to you and it's something mediumship related, then just be prepared for anything. My mediumship looks a little bit different than your typical, yeah, exactly. We all get our messages differently. And so I am a hearer, a feeler, and a knower. I'm very claircognizant, clairaudient, and clairaudient, claircognizant, and clairsentient. So very empathic. And that's how I receive my messages. Okay, so the way that I work, before I get started, the way that I work is that I just intuitively let my own intuition guide me. I let spirit guide me to whoever, whatever needs to be, you know, read or needs to be brought up in the group. And So it's all intuition. If I don't pick you, please don't be, try not to take it personal. It's not personal. It's literally just me choosing based off intuitional hits or intuitive hits. Okay. Thank you. Thank you guys for the very sweet compliments. I really appreciate it. So if you don't follow me, please follow me. Like the live, please share out the live, and please also know that there are some fake accounts out there, and they are also soliciting, directly messaging people, soliciting for readings. Please know that this is not me. I will never do that. And if you can, because these accounts have actually blocked me, so I'm unable to actually report them personally. So if you see them, please report them, okay? And just know that I will never do that. Alrighty, so I'm going to start scanning the comments. And as I'm scanning the comments, just so you know, while I do the readings, and I will say this for any reader, if something resonates, take it. Feel into how it applies to your life and apply it into your life. If it doesn't resonate, don't take it. Okay? And the only thing with readings I would say is do not try to force anything. If something doesn't resonate, don't take it. Some readers, I don't know if I want to get into that. But yeah. Let's get it. I'm just scanning the comments. Okay. So, and if you do, so there is no real line, but if you would like to create skip the line and get onto the list, the minimum donation is $20, and all of those links can be found in the bio. And if you do donate for a reading, please know that you got to let me know. Please know you got to let me know. Okay. So I'm just going to center myself. So all readings are for the highest and greatest good of all. And all readings are, my intentions around all readings are for empowerment. Okay? I'm seeing, I believe Arlana, am I saying that right? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Arlana I don't think it's Arlana. Arlana. You want a love reading. So please confirm that you're still on the live. If I do pick you, please let me know that you're still on the live. Okay, you're laughing at me. All right, so you're still here. Okay, beautiful. And you're saying love. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to connect to your energy. Beautiful. I got you. Love, love, love. Okay. So the way when I begin to connect to your energy, the way it comes across is that the relationships for you, or relationships in the past, like romantic relationships specifically, because that's what your reading is about, has been about self-empowerment, about understanding your power and where you might be giving it away. Okay. Because I keep getting self-empowerment. So I don't know if that's something that you've noticed, like a pattern that you've noticed in past relationships where you're like, okay, empowerment. Where am I giving my power away? Or about like power dynamics, or maybe uneven power dynamics, where power is being misused or rejected or bypassed or given away entirely. So it feels like for you around love relationships, it's really about, I would say the main message here is really understanding your power and not necessarily needing to be dominant in relationships unless that's a dynamic that does work for you. It feels more like a balancing of power and understanding or recognizing or becoming more aware of where there is uneven power dynamics, because that feels like it, when that starts to happen, it feels like then that is almost the beginning of the end, I would say. And I feel like the main message for you around the love and romantic relationships is understanding your power and what a balanced power dynamic for you and for your partner, obviously, your potential partner, looks like. What that actually looks like practically and embodied, right? So it feels like self-empowerment, 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 okay? So I'm going to also pull a card. Oh. And for you, I got the Hierophant in reverse. Nonconformity, freedom, power. When we're talking about power and self-empowerment, it feels like freedom from relationships that might feel stifling or feel like they want to control you or somehow dominate you, okay? So it feels like being aware and recognizing where that might be playing out, okay? So you're in a relationship. Well, that's what I'm getting for you, dear. Take it if it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, then recognize that and honor that. Always go with your intuition around it, okay? And she says, yes, thank you. All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me check some things over here. Okay. All right. So, hello, my name is Angelica from Infinite Love Healing. I am a healer, energy worker, channel, intuitive coach, etc. I'm a shadow worker. I help people really illuminate, work with, and even befriend their shadow. And I'm really fucking good at energy work. Let me just say that. So if you do feel guided to work with me more intimately one-on-one, you can book those sessions through the links in my bio. I have all kinds of different sessions, and my prices will be raised sometime this week. So keep that in mind. Share out the live, like the live, follow me if you don't already, and please know that there is several fake accounts out there that pretend to be me, that are soliciting people directly for readings. Please know that I will never do this. Okay, please report those accounts. They're fake, and I believe it's just a bot, but still. Okay. Actually, I'm feeling you. Rose is asking for a general, and thank you for liking the live. I appreciate it, and sharing out the live. I really appreciate that. Rose, I'm feeling you, my dear. Will you confirm for me that you're still on the live, and we will do your general reading. And if you would like to, if you're here and you would like to skip the line and get onto the list, then please let me know. Or please let me know. Yeah, you can do that. But the minimum donation for that is 20. Okay. All right. So Rose, you're here. Okay. So you said general. So I'm going to connect to your energy. And if you do donate for a reading, let me know in the comments. Okay. Because I'm the only one here. I'm the only one. I'm the only one doing this thing. Okay, so Rose, you said general. I'm just going to connect to your guides, see what comes in. Okay, so we must have a theme around empowerment today. And just power in general. There is the word that I hear with you, Rose, when I first kind of initially connect to you is narrative. And so then I'm asking, like, what? You know, like, be more specific. Because I'm talking to your guides, okay? So, and then it feels like what I'm getting is, what I'm getting is it feels like there are certain narratives around power that maybe you're not powerful, or maybe it almost also feels like this might be connected with worth. Like worth and power can sometimes entangle like that. So I get a little bit of worthiness or feelings of unworthiness. And that also, feelings of unworthiness, when we feel like unworthy, that can also zap our power or affect negatively, you know, how powerful we might feel. And if we feel worthless or unworthy, there might be some things in there that play out around powerlessness, feeling powerless in your life, feeling like nothing that you do creates change, and feeling generally powerless over your life. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a card and see if there's anything else that comes through. That's kind of like the main message. Oh, is that the only one? I think that's the only one. Okay. This is what I get. Egocentric, pride before fall, self-centered, vain. This, I would say that kind of, let me kind of feel into it. Because if you notice, I don't read tarot the way that someone else might traditionally read it. I kind of read it as the energy is coming in. To me, it feels like when we talk about being a follower, that to me, that feels like not, I kind of get solar plexus vibes and not feeling confident enough or esteemed enough, like self-esteem, esteemed enough within the self to be the leader or feel more powerful. And within that, that solar plexus energy center is also like where confidence, power, empowerment, individuality, feeling empowered and confident in your individuality. Like all of these things are very intertwined and interlinked. There's also responsibility to that. So there's a lot of different working aspects that come in when I'm reading your energy. And then I guess don't feel worthy at work. Yeah. And that really, when I'm reading this, we're talking about Leo energy, and that Leo energy also in astrology connects to the child, the inner child, the light, the playfulness. So when we don't feel like worthy, sometimes that can affect our ability to play. You know, affects our inner child. And the other part that I'm seeing here is ego. I know it says egocentric, but I'd almost take this word here out. But you know, keep it if it makes sense. But to me, again, we're going here into the solar plexus. That's where our ego is. So it also feels like there is some little bits of your personality that or the ways that you have identified feel like they're too identified within the pain with feeling unworthy and being unworthy. And it's like, no, you're actually very worthy. Just because you exist, you're worthy. You're here, you exist, you're worthy. So the overall, I would say the overall message for this is to maybe investigate, or there's an invitation here, right? So please know that this is your choice. I don't want your power. I'm not telling you what to do. So there is an invitation and an offering here to delve into those wounds, the emotional wounds or the traumas around that are affecting negatively, that are still playing out in your life, that are still affecting you. That's how we know we're still playing it out some way, because they're still affecting you in a negative way. You're saying you don't feel worthy at work. So we are going into the solar plexus, but there is some of that sacral coming in around worth and feeling worthy. And I would say actually the bottom three chakras, or the bottom three energy centers, that really are our foundation of feeling confident and feeling like that build our foundation of who we are. There was another part where I was going. Was there? Where is that? Oh, the overall message here feels like really, inviting you to really investigate where those wounds are and where you're holding them, so you can so that you can let them go, because they're no longer serving you. It's affecting you in your workplace, and the simple fact that it's affecting you at work also ties into your ability to make money and feel more worthy than, then maybe making where you are bringing in the financial like feeling more worthy of like, hey, I deserve more. I understand. If affecting your ability to move past a certain financial barrier. Okay. I was trying to find the right words there, because I'm like, I don't know the words. But yeah, the overall message there is inviting you to like really look into your past, if that's something that feels good to you right now, because it's affecting your self-worth, and it feels directly connected to the child. Okay, if not feeling worthy when you were a kid, not feeling maybe encouraged or supported, can really affect these things, and are these aspects of ourselves. And if we don't have a strong foundation, then sometimes we lack, or sometimes we're unable to build that foundation within ourselves. Some people, they do. They build a very strong foundation, and others don't. And so that's what I'm getting for you, my dear. You are worthy. You're very worthy. I was trying to keep that shorter than it was, but I couldn't find the words. So good luck to you, my dear. My dear Rose, good luck to you on your journey forward of awareness and empowerment. Is there someone in here messaging? I mean, I can always just like, sometimes that happens. I don't do fertility or pregnancy. I'm so sorry. It's just not my bag. But I know that there's so many people out there that do that. Okay, I'm not seeing it. All right. Okay, so Rose says, really appreciate this. Never had a supportive team. So a lot of times, thank you for saying that, Rose, because that helps me to address something else. Is what I've learned in my own healing journey. Because I didn't have that shit either. I had a very, um, I experienced a lot of trauma, a lot of physical abuse, mental, emotional neglect, a lot of different levels of all kinds of shit, right? And so I didn't feel very supported. And what I found through my own healing journey is that um, sometimes we didn't have that in order to realize wherever you are in life, when you realize it, that it's up to you to build that. You know, it's not your fault of maybe what happened to you, but it is your responsibility to, you know, after the fact, after those things happened, it is your responsibility to do with that what you will. And some people say, I don't have a choice, or they stay in the blame of like blaming their parents. And I totally fucking get that, because I was in that phase, or in that space for a very, very long time. And it was when I decided to heal and take responsibility of like, hey, it was a process. It was a process. But a lot of times I find when you didn't have that, it's because you're here to build that within yourself. Because what that does on a larger scale is it actually helps all of humanity heal, and it helps those future generations coming in to tap into a new awareness, a new consciousness, and um, they don't have to tap into or hold on to any of the old shit, because they're not here to hold on to the old shit. So it's really important that we do that work. If you're called to do it, you know, not everybody's here to do that, and I totally respect that. You know, do you, boo? I want to see. Hold on. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Was there someone that paid for a reading? Hold on. Because I feel like... All right. I think somebody paid for a reading. Can you please raise your hand? I feel like somebody paid for a reading, and show yourself. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. There you are. Yes. I was like, yeah. Thank you. Okay, my dear. What is your name, if you want to share, and how can I be of service? What kind of reading would you like today? And before I go any further, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. You're raising your hand. Thank you. So let me know how I can serve you. And if anybody else would like to skip the line, there's not really any line, but if you'd like to, I'm starting this thing again up where, you know, you can get on a list, and you can actually, all of my paid readings go first. And if you would like to do that, yeah, people don't realize how much energy yeah, I thank you for saying that. Yeah, because a lot of people want things for free, and I totally get that. I've definitely been there. But it does take a lot of energy. And doing a donation, that helps the energy, that actually does a lot of different things, because there's an exchange of energy, and when the energy exchange is honored, even more information tends to flow through. Love or future. Okay. A good reader is priceless. Yeah, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Okay, K-Love. Oh, no. Okay, K-Love. I was mistaken you. Okay, Kristen. Okay, today I was told I was out of alignment with actions and true self. Can you shed light? Okay, all right. Yeah, I can do that. Today I was told I was out of alignment with actions and true self. Okay, I see where you're saying there's like a misalignment. Okay, I will tune in. That's why going to Walmart is a draining field trip. Oh, well. Yes. Oh, by another reader? Okay. Sure. All right. Let's do that. Let's do it. All right. So let me look at your beautiful face. Okay. So let me tune into your energy. So you're saying actions, true self. And sometimes I get little twitches, and that's just me responding to the energy. So let me fill in for a little bit, or for a moment or two. And just let's see where this whole thing goes. Because readers do all, I mean, every reader might tap into something different, right? So let me kind of feel, okay, true self. I'm literally feeling the energy and how it's coming into alignment or not. So bear with me. And I'll relay the things as I feel. Okay. So I'm just going to start talking, and we're going to see where the fuck this leads. Okay. So I'm just kind of following the different lines of energy. So I'm following mind, body, like embodiment, and then mind, body, spirit, I guess. So mental, emotional, and then actions. I'm feeling into those energies and seeing how they're aligned or misaligned. When I was first kind of tapping in, it felt like a slight misalignment. And then I'm feeling the energies, right? I'm feeling the energies, kind of feeling like, okay, I'm feeling the three. We definitely have way more than three energies, but I'm feeling your main three. And then I brought them this way for me to like kind of check the alignment. Okay, and I'm getting more. Okay. I'm gonna take this slow because I'm starting to get like a whole physical thing as I'm connecting to your energy. Okay, so as I was seeing it this way, there does seem to be like a slight alignment or misalignment. And when I was feeling in, I was like, okay, what does her energy feel like? You know, because I can kind of step into other people's energy and kind of feel and kind of discern from there. And so that's when I kind of slumped a little bit. And then I heard the word integrity. So it does feel like there is integrity or the invitation, I would say, is that there is an invitation or opportunity to refine and recalibrate your integrity, really, really fine tune your integrity of like, where's your integrity? Whether it's values, morals, ethics, whatever, where is your integrity? And really fine tuning that, because it does feel like there is a slight misalignment there. And then, as I'm talking, it's kind of wearing me out. I'm actually getting like a tummy ache, but not like where the stomach actually would be, but like in your belly, in your belly. And this to me says sacral. It feels like sacral, almost as if you had some cramps, kind of akin to that, but it does feel like there's some, it's mostly sacral, but it does go into the root because we're talking about foundationally. And to me, in my head, just to explain to you and give you some context, in my head, the way I think is that like our root center actually helps us develop our, if we're talking about roots, strong roots, that's your foundation. And every chakra or every energy center from there is built upon your foundation. And if your foundation is faulty or it has cracks or it's not fully, if it's not strong and resilient and having a good balance or whatever, certain other energy centers might try to overcompensate, or they might collapse in a certain way, not in a scary way, but like in a certain way. You might feel like energy things, and that might cause like certain manifestations. But I feel into the sacral, and it feels like it's being, if we're talking about integrity is built in the root, and it's affecting your sacral in a way that there does feel a little bit like of worth stuff still to uncover, like not feeling worthy or feeling worth less, something about that. And that's actually blocking your receptivity. This whole thing feels like it's causing causing the misalignment. Okay? Because it affects your actions in the way that if I don't feel worthy and I don't feel like I'm confident and I have self-esteem and I value the shit out of myself, not in an arrogant way, but in a very confident, constructive way within myself, then that can cause me to take certain actions that aren't in alignment with my soul or my true self's understanding of alignment. Does that make sense? So there's like it's like slightly askew, I would say. And I get, because it's in the sacral, I feel like it's in the sacral. This is not mine. So I'm gonna but it does feel like it causes foundational issues. It's kind of like showing me the cracks in your foundation, not in like a judgy way, just in a way that is showing me the structure of your energy, and it feels like there's not that misalignment within the worth and feeling truly esteemed in yourself, truly valuing yourself. Value is another word, feels like that's coming in pretty strongly here, is really valuing yourself and valuing your own worth. It feels like that is part of the integrity, or that is lagging or lacking a bit, that there is the opportunity or the invitation to investigate further of like, where is this? Where do I still, what parts of me might still feel worthy? Because we might have done all kinds of healing work. I'm not sure where you're at with that, shadow work, etc. But there could still be other little aspects of ourselves that are like, Okay, like you did like a majority of the work, and then there's still this one aspect that still feels left out, still feels exiled, still doesn't feel worthy. And that is the part of you that I feel like I'm tuning into, is like this other, like one, or I don't necessarily know if that's the exact number, this other aspect of you that is like, I'm not totally on board with this self-esteem, self-value. You might feel that consciously, but it feels like there's another aspect of you that's not quite on board. And that's, I don't know if it's sabotage that's kind of coming up. That might be the saboteur, the inner saboteur coming online and saying, I'm going to sabotage this. I don't fully feel like I'm in the game. And I think the saboteur, the archetype, is the guardian of choice and realizing that we have a choice. So it does feel like there's some aspects in there that are inviting you to explore further. Okay, that's kind of what I get. Let me know. Janice, I don't do gender readings. I don't do pregnancy or fertility or anything like that. Kristen says, thank you. Apparently some of it resonated. I didn't see because I was, I don't have pain, but the rest makes sense. Yeah. When I sense what that's just my empathic stuff coming in. It's not to say that you do have pain. Typically that's my indicator of like, okay, this person's energy, and like that helps me to focus in the way that I need to. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have pain. It just, it helps me focus my energy in the way that it needs to be focused to kind of, for the reading. Is it my page? Is it my, because I know that there's an, Kim, I'm responding to Kim. She said, I think your messenger was hacked yesterday. I got a message connected to your page. Was that my page? I know that there's another page on here that looks almost exactly like mine. And it's Angelic, oh no, it's Angel Fire Star Child, or Angel Fire dot Star Child instead of Angel Fire _ Star Child. Oh, hello, Courtney. I'm just scrolling through the comments. Oh, you got a payment request? That's weird. Yeah, I'll have to, thank you for that notification. I'll go in and redo the things. Oh, Kristen says, I do have a frozen shoulder though. Got it. Thank you. Yes, when you go to your page. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that notification. I'm going to write that down. Was that on TikTok? Who am I talking to? Bum, 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 bum. Kim? I knew it was a K word. Is that on TikTok? Okay, thank you. All right. Thank you for that. Okay. All right. I'm all caught up on the messages. So if you would like a free reading, leave a comment with your name and a question. Yeah, I'm sure it does sound legit at first, but please know that I will not. Yeah, please report it, because a lot of these fake accounts, I can't actually. They've blocked me, so I can't actually personally report it. So the best thing I could say is please report them. I will never solicit anybody or DM anybody for a reading and be like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, thank you for reporting that. We are in the age of discernment where that's very, very necessary. I really appreciate you for reporting that. Thank you. If you would like a free reading, let me know all of those things. I'll be on here for maybe 20 minutes more. You betcha. Thank you. And then if you would like to explore further or have a one-on-one healing session or a more in-depth reading from me, then you can book those through my website, and that can be found through the link in my profile. And if I do not get to you, please know that I do just allow my own intuition to kind of show me what needs to be kind of read. So if I don't pick you, don't take it personally. I do invite you to come back the rest of the week. I do these all week, except for I do them Tuesday through Friday. So please, you know, I invite you to come back. All right. And then if you do want to skip the line and get on the list, the minimum donation is $20. And if you feel inspired, you can donate more, but the minimum is $20. And when you honor the exchange, I find that more information actually tends to come through. People get so upset easy if they're not picked. Please don't take. Yeah, it's really not. There's so many people, and I'm only one person. No, that's not me. There's like an underscore in my name, but there's not a dash in my name. Okay, reading through the comments. Money. If your Wi-Fi does keep getting cut out, and I do pick you for a reason for whatever, know that I do post all of my lives on my YouTube. So if you do get picked and somehow it cuts out, then you can find all the replays there. Yes, Spirit gives the messages to who needs them in that moment. And also because we're in a group, the way Spirit works is that there might be several people, but one person gets picked, but there might be several people that resonate with the message. If it resonates with you, take it, you know, and apply it to your life. See how it applies to your life. Don't force it. That's not your job. Don't force it. Don't ever force anything. But if it resonates, take it and see how it applies to your life. And if it doesn't resonate, then don't take it. Okay? That's even if I'm reading you personally. If it doesn't resonate, please trust your intuition above all else. Okay, I'm here to convince you to follow your own intuition and to remember your own power and the power of that. You don't need me, but we could all use a little bit help, you know, and support, right? We're all walking each other home. I love piggybacking. I did see someone earlier that kind of that did resonate. This has to be like an energy volcano with so many people wanting readings. Yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes it really is. You got to kind of like be able to ground yourself in the energy. Yeah, my YouTube is under the same name. It's underscore. So Angelfire underscore Star Child. And you can actually connect to it through, if you go to my profile, you can connect to it there. And the reason, one of the reasons or one of the ways you'll know that the other accounts are fake is because I have a link tree and they don't. Okay. Wow, that's a lot. I don't want to skip over all the messages, but I was like almost 99 behind. Okay. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do other things than just replays, but well, way to call me out saying we need to trust. Yeah. I mean, I do feel that like there are times when we all need support and we do all need that reminder. Um, and you know, I've been there too. I've had like many mentors. I've needed a lot of help. Sometimes we do need that support in order to be able to trust ourselves. But I feel like a really, really good like someone that's in their integrity will always, whether they're a mentor, a reader, a healer, or whatever, they will want to empower you and show you to your own power and help you remember your own power rather than try to keep like, you know, getting the things from you. And, you know, if you do feel, and that's different than you feeling a resonance to keep on taking maybe their courses or their, you know, watching their videos or whatever, that there's a difference there. But, you know, I feel, in my opinion, someone who's in their integrity is going to always want to inspire you and empower you to empower yourself. Okay. So I did see someone earlier, but I don't think that person is here anymore. Oh, Jesus. I keep getting so behind on these. Okay, I'm going to go to the top. All right. Morgan, let's go with you. Morgan says love. You'd like to tune into love. Okay. I believe you're still here, but just raise your hand or throw me emoji. Throw me an emoji. Just to okay, there you are. All right. Thank you. Just to let me know you're here. Okay, Morgan, I'm going to connect your energy. Okay, there you are. You said love. This is typically my sign for, okay, the heart is here, right? Heart, we have throat. This is typically my sign for the high heart. There's a lot of, I feel like there's different names for it. I've heard it referred to as the multidimensional heart. This is, I believe, I don't know biology like super great, but I believe that this is also where the thymus is. Not quite sure. I know it's somewhere here. But this is the high heart. And this, when I feel this is typically an indication of combining the compassion, the openness, the empathy, the heart energy with the throat energy. And so when I get this for you, it does feel like there's still some things, some aspects, or some wounded, like old emotional wounds to iron out within the throat, maybe some suppression of the throat. This is a big, big power energy, power center. This is where self-esteem, confidence, this is where our power comes from. And you know, there is this association with truth, with communication, listening, etc. But a big part of that is our power, is like being able to listen and to communicate and to understand others and to receive what others are actually wanting to communicate with us. And also how we communicate with the world. That plays a big part, that plays a really big part in our ability to feel confident and esteem and value ourselves within, that communication. So it does feel like I'm taken here, but then I'm taken up to the throat. And it does feel like, where have you given your power away? It does feel like there's some suppressed energies. So an example of this might be like, if you feel like, oh, I want to say something, but like, you're not sure, you're maybe not sure you want to rock, maybe it'll rock the boat. You don't want to rock the boat. So you start walking on eggshells. You kind of swallow your words. I kind of get that sense of energy from the throat. So where are you not owning your power is the other question. The other invitation to kind of delve deeper into yourself, okay? And since all of these readings are about empowerment, that also goes into your power, right? Where are you giving your power away? Where are you not owning your power? And it is your job, and it's not really your job. It gets to be your choice. Okay, let's put it that way. That's better. That's a better phrasing. It gets to be your choice whether or not you delve deeper into this, because it does feel like there's some things. And I know you were talking about love, but a lot of times when people want a love reading, I tend to go into I tend to pick up on certain patterns or wounds that are restricting or constricting or resisting a partner. Okay. So as it pertains to, there we go. As it pertains to love, it feels like you're not quite fully owning your power. You tend to suppress yourself in relationships. You maybe not want to rock the boat. I still want this person to like me, etc. And it feels like you're not fully owning your voice, owning your power, which is part of your power. Because that's going to meet with this heart energy here and really open you up in a way when and if you do choose to delve into this a little deeper, my friend. It feels like that multidimensional heart, that high heart, really starts to open, because you can actually communicate that compassion, that empathy with the truth of your voice. Okay, it doesn't have to be one or the other. It can be both. Okay, and that's what we're learning now as a humanity. Okay. I'm definitely all for like continuing to comment, but when you're spamming the live, that makes it a little distracting. And I'll let you in on a little secret. Yeah, if if you're not respecting the space, then I find that your name doesn't tend to light up in my head. Okay. Morgan says, okay, I felt like that yesterday with not sure I should say something. Yeah. It feels like a tendency to not sure if I should say it, not sure, and not really understanding or knowing maybe the discernment of when to say, what to say. So there might be some confusion of like, do I say this thing? Do I not? But I find in my own experience, take this if it resonates or not. In my own experience, how I found my own discernment of whether it was something was appropriate to say or not, is I would just say the things and, then kind of get the feedback. Okay. And from that feedback, you can kind of figure out how to maneuver or navigate future situations. And, also being humble enough to either apologize or just be open and vulnerable in a way of like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean that in that way, etc. And that helps to open up the throat even more. So lean into the throat. Okay. I'm dating a therapist and I love him, but I feel overanalyzed. Yeah, that feels like boundaries to me. It feels like boundaries. That feels like an opportunity to set boundaries. Because if you're feeling overanalyzed, you might start, it feels like it might be triggering or activating your like feeling of like, what am I not enough? Just the way that I am. Please accept me the way that I am. And I don't know, you said I love, a lot of men tend to want to fix, and a lot of men don't realize they're not here to fix emotions. They just want to fix, 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 fix. But emotions are not necessarily meant to be fixed. They're meant to be felt. And you can't fix an emotion. You can feel it until it moves through and it passes through, but you can't fix an emotion. So it feels like maybe an opportunity per chance to set some boundaries. And also, be vulnerable and open and authentic about how that makes you feel. Okay? He does it like all the time. Yeah. He does it like, yeah. Is it all the time or at times? He does it like at times. In any case, I stand by what I said, and take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, he is a fixer. You're right, but it has to. But it has, and that's your chance. That's your opportunity, to own your voice and say, hey, like this makes me feel. When you do this, it makes me feel. Fill in the blank, and I don't need you to try to fix me. I would like. I would like fill in the blank. You're welcome, Lindsay. Yeah, is anybody else having Wi-Fi issues? Yeah, when he feels like he is out of control. Yeah, that's... Hello, Pablo. How are you? When he feels like he's out of control. That might be him wanting to control all the things and manage your emotions. And if that doesn't feel good to you, that's your opportunity to speak up and say something. And then from there, the relationship can deepen and open, and you can find out if you're still on the same page. Okay, so not here, all good. Okay, not here, all good. We're okay. Thank you. All right. Well, some people's Wi-Fi is good. Some people's Wi-Fi is not. Yeah, thank you. Because I love him, I just get frustrated. Yeah. And that's your time to just kind of say the things and, open, be vulnerable. You can still be loving, and also set boundaries and be firm and say, hey, look, I don't like this. This makes me feel this way. Okay, so I have time for a couple more readings. It buffered for a second during my read. Now it's buffering a little more. Okay. So maybe today's reading, if you did receive, you're so welcome, Lindsay. If you did receive a reading and the Wi-Fi went out on you for whatever reason, I'm going to check over here. Just know that all of my lives will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, which you can find in the link in my profile. Okay. Lulu asks, is it time to end my relationship with Jay? Okay, I'm gonna take this question. Please keep in mind before I go there. And then I think I'll do I'll do one more after that. So I'm not here to tell you what to do or anything like that. Please know that it is always your choice, and I want you to be empowered in your choices. Always, 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 above all else, no matter what I say. But I can tell you, because I can't tell you what to do with your life, but I can tell you, I can feel into the connection and tell you like, oh, this is how this feels, okay? And you can use that insight to make your choice or not, okay? All right, so Lulu, my dear, is it time to end my relationship with Jay? Let me know that you're still here, Lulu. Just a heads up so that I know that you're here and I'm not just reading for no one. Is Lulu here? Okay, Lulu, if you're not here, and it might be the Wi-Fi thing, but if you're here, let me know. Angelica, I love your name. And you go by Angie. Is it over for good with R? Okay, I'm gonna, Angelica, will you please, or Angie? Thanks, I like yours too. I love it. Okay, so you've already confirmed. Okay, you said, is it over for good with R? Okay. All right, I'm going to just tap in. One moment. There's a couple of different things coming in, and I have to like discern what's coming from where. So I'm going to just feel into the connection itself. Okay. So again, I'm going to reiterate what I said before. Be empowered in your own choice. I'm not going to tell you what to do as a reader or just as a person. But I can give you what I feel and what I'm sensing as it comes through. Okay. So as I feel into the connection, I actually start hearing screaming, almost like, to be honest, I hear screaming to get away from this connection. Now, if that resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, don't take it. That is kind of what I'm hearing initially. It's almost like a screaming of get away. And that would be an indicator of like not the greatest relationship to go back to. Okay. I don't typically hear screaming in my head, just so you know, but with that, I felt a very distinct scream in my head, like like a scream, like if somebody's screaming, like, ah, and with the words like get away, get out, like don't go back here. And that's what I feel with that. So I'm gonna what is this? This is the star in reverse. Despair, test of faith, lack of inspiration or faith, hopeless, negativity, boredom. So it does feel like when I'm tapping, or like not tapping, when I'm connecting to this energy through this card, I would say despair. You might feel a little in despair, or like maybe even hopeless without that person. But it also feels like a test of faith. Who's the guardian of faith? The guardian of faith is the prostitute archetype. And that doesn't mean like, when we talk about prostitute, the archetype of prostitute, it doesn't mean like what you would envision, like, you know, someone that's a sex worker. It means the prostitute is like, where are you selling yourself short? Where are you not in your own integrity? Where are you not having faith? Okay, so it feels like that archetype might be coming up for you, of feeling like not fully having faith that you'll find someone else and they'll be better suited. And that's kind of where I get to stop. I don't get any more else. It just feels like that test of faith. Test of faith. Okay. So that's what I feel for you, my dear. Angie. That's what I feel for you, Angie. Let me know if that resonates. Lulu is here. I guess to be more specific, does he want it to be over? But yes, it's toxic. So my question to you is, what do you want? Do you want to be in a toxic relationship where you feel you're compromising yourself? I mean, if so, that's you know, that's definitely your choice. But I guess my question here is to ask you, why are you so concerned about him? Why are you, and what he wants or what needs? It feels like almost like a people pleasing. Like people pleasing thing, kind of a thing that people pleasers do. They're very, very concerned about others rather than their own needs. What are your needs? What are your needs? But that's what I feel. Again, it is your, I see you, Lulu. I want him to set boundaries with his baby mama so we can be less toxic. Yeah, well, that's okay. I get that. Here's the thing. With that, people will show you who they are through their actions over time. So if he's not doing that, then, and you can't control this person, you can't control him, you can't control his actions, what he does, you can't make him see the things that you might want him to see. So then it is on you to figure out how, like, where do you want to be? Do you still want to stay in a relationship that's with a person that's not setting boundaries, that doesn't know how, that's maybe doesn't see these things, even though you love him? I do understand that. So it's not to negate that or dismiss that at all. It's just to take these into account. Okay? But that's just what I hear tuning in is like, get away. Okay? Again, please be empowered in your own choice and make that choice for yourself. Okay? Be empowered in that. Okay, Lulu. Where are you, my dear? You're welcome, Angie. I hope that helps you to get some clarity in your stuff, in your relationships. And yeah. Okay, there's Lulu. Lulu, what was it that you wanted? Was it general? I don't remember. Grab some water. I need to know, is it time to, oh, that was right. It's time, is it time to in the relationship? Okay. So again, I'll reiterate, I'm not here to tell you what to do or do the things or whatever. That's your choice. but I can tell you what I feel, what I sense, and what's coming through. Okay. And you can use those insights in order to support you in making a decision or not. Okay. All right. And I believe this will be my last one. Okay, Lulu, is it time? Wait. Let me, if it's time to, okay. All right. All right. I got you. I'm going to feel into this connection. With this connection, it does feel like there are some things that could be worked out. It does feel a bit repetitive. So I feel like one of the questions coming in is, do you want to keep repeating the same thing over and over again with little to no progress with the same person? So that feels like one of the questions coming through. Because it does feel like those things can be worked out. At the same time, it's like, well, how much energy do you want to keep putting in? Is it worth it to you to keep repeating? Because I keep hearing repetitive. Keeps repeating and repeating and repeating, and it feels a bit draining, yes, also taxing. Like you keep repeating the same thing over and over again. You start to feel taxed emotionally, mentally, like, oh no, here we go again. Okay, so that feels like one of like a good question to maybe, you know, ask yourself of like, do I want to keep repeating myself over and over again? And it does, okay, this is very interesting because it feels like there are some things that can be worked out and to iron, not to really iron out, but to be worked out so that it feels more balanced. But at the same time, it also feels like there are some things that won't be budged on. I don't get any specifics, but it just feels like certain things can be worked on with repetitiveness, and other things feel like they're very rigid and they're not going to budge. Okay. And I feel like the question to ask yourself is like, do you want to keep doing that? And then with that insight, whatever insight you glean from that is then you can use that to determine whether or not you want to end that relationship or that connection or not. Okay, that's kind of what I feel with that. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Lulu? I don't want to keep repeating, but I can't seem to let go, and he refuses to work from his side. So that feels like very one-sided, a very one-sided relationship. And the question for you is, do you want to continue going into the same repeating thing, as well as do you want to be with someone that refuses to grow, that refuses to meet in the middle, that refuses to, you know, kind of meet you where you, not necessarily where you are, but basically to grow. Okay. That is the question. And then from there, I feel like you have your answer. And I feel like you already do have your answer. You just wanted a little bit more insight from that. Okay. So if you did miss any of the readings today, then know that all of my today's reading today's live will be posted on my YouTube channel, which can be found on through the link in my profile. If you do feel very guided to work with me one-on-one with healing, ancestral healing, Reiki, or even an in-depth reading, you can book those through my website, through my bio, or through my profile. And please know that there are fake accounts out there of me that are soliciting and DMing people directly and requesting payment. Please know that this is not me. Please report these accounts. And please join me again tomorrow for more readings. Lulu says, thank you so much. I do already know what I am supposed to do, and you just made it more clear to me. You're so welcome. Crystal says, thank you for sharing your gift. Thank you guys for being here and sharing in this beautiful container with me. And I will see you tomorrow. Infinite love and blessings. Have a beautiful day. Love you.